Hello everyone. I hope you guys are having a wonderful day, making some really good trades as per usual. Let's dive into some analysis here. Obviously, you don't need to be a wizard to see that GameStop's been having a few rough days here. Even with that news, I guess to me it looked bullish that they sold off the Canadian division to, I believe, Stephen Tetro. Tetro is a Québécois from Quebec. But yeah, it looks to me like GameStop has completed this B. I still can't rule out some sort of crazy pump tomorrow with the FOMC and Jerome Powell and all that news. Right, a lot of stuff can happen, and we don't know, right? We never know. So I'm still gonna be on the conservative side and not rule. Not you just say like this B could still be a little bit more, but it's looking like we are starting to roll a bit here. Right, we're losing. We've lost momentum for sure. It's rolling down, but the bigger picture is still bullish. The only reason I probably still have this C leg pointing to the downside is because I still see like the yen strengthening and going down to complete its final move lower, as well as like the markets too, like the Qs and the SPY. We got super close to my target, but we never hit it. And now, I mean, we could do lots of different patterns, right? But the 4-hour cycle is breaking, and you have like a little bit of warning from the market, like the SPY is breaking and Dow Jones is on the edge too, and so that's just kind of like my idea of what's going on with the markets overall. We got lots of bad news and lots of good news, like Trump trying to pump up the markets at the end of the day, or sorry, in the after hours, that he's going to make a deal. They want a deal, we're going to make a deal. And then you got India and Pakistan. So there's lots of moving cards, right, guys? But it's all gonna move GameStop, right, in the end. But overall, the bigger picture, don't forget, is bullish. We're looking for this wave 2 completion, for this wave 3 to finally start to take off, and it's gonna reward the people that are waiting, right, and are patient. And you could say too that it's kind of trading with Bitcoin. Right, Bitcoin's what at 297, 284 right now. It's getting a little bit of a pump, so maybe if Bitcoin's getting a pump, maybe GameStop can get a pump tomorrow too. GameStop on Market Cipher on the monthly time frame, nothing has really changed in terms of the indicator. Like I said at the beginning of the month, or the first video that I posted, there's a green dot, right? There's a green dot on the monthly, and that's bullish. That's bullish for the markets. And on the weekly, sorry, not the markets. That's bullish for the stock. And then on the weekly, you don't really have any new signals right now. Just the weekly is kind of just like neutral to bearish at the moment. 4-day to 3-day. Yeah, like I said, we're losing momentum right now, and the daily time frame is pointing to more downside with a 17 and a -5 on the dual band strength index. You got a red dot on the daily time frame that confirmed on Friday. This is a Tuesday's candle. Is it? Oh, sorry, this is a 2-day. The 2-day time frame. Sorry, the 2-day. The daily confirmed on Friday, and now you're getting some follow through right now for 19 and a -5. The 4-hour time frame is still bullish, although you do have a decreasing green money flow right now, which is not the best. You want to see increasing, but I wouldn't be surprised if you actually come down, you get a green dot, and another bounce, and then come back down again. And it just chops about. You're in this connector wave. It could do lots of things. It could come back down, and then up, and then down, and complete the C leg or some sort of impulse. So yeah. And again, don't be mad. I have targets down here. I just remember a lot of people saying that the price is never going to go down. So maybe they'll be right, and the price never does go down, and we only go up from here, right? After that, 1-hour time frame, you're in some red money flow right now. You're looking for some sort of bottom. So if you look on the smaller time frames, right, you have completed an impulse down already. You can make the case that you've found a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and you need a corrective move tomorrow for like some sort of ABC to form a bigger 1, 2, to go down lower and to complete the C leg, right? On the daily time frame. But there could be multiple counts. It could be super bearish, right? You can make the case that this is super bearish, and for some reason it's gonna crash. But I don't know. I'm not a genie. I'm not a guru. I can't tell you what's gonna happen for sure, right? And if anybody ever tells you that, they're usually full of shit, and then their predictions usually never pan out. And the daily time frame on terms of wave edge, we did get this red cross on April 25th. I guess it's starting to play out now, and you're starting to see some movement towards the downside. The weekly, the monthly, 4-day, 3-day, 2-day, daily, yeah, getting those signals. 4-hour time frame, you got a green cross, but again, we're in some short-term downtrend here, so it's natural that you may not get some instant gratification move. What you want to see is buying. So you got a little bit of buying on the 30-minute, so maybe you can make the case that you are going to get some sort of bounce. So look at that, the 15-minute time frame. You got some buyers that came in right at the lows, and GameStop did get a bid, like nice little bid up like 1%. So maybe it's going to get that counter trend rally tomorrow, like I said. And the 5-minute, yeah. So the 5-minute, they're obviously buying this dip pretty heavily. So my guess is you're probably going to get some nice move tomorrow or the next couple of days, maybe up 6-7%. Come back to the highs, retested, and the wave 2 fails, right? Kind of like what Bitcoin's doing, you know, pumping back up here. Maybe it's going to fail. Maybe it swings the highs. I don't know. I don't know what it's going to do. I got some trades right now in crypto, but you know, I don't want to talk about that. I just want to talk about GameStop. What's going on with GameStop? Yeah. So overall, the bigger picture hasn't really changed. The count hasn't really changed. All we had to do was take out 29.79 to really validate this setup. And I know that I keep seeing on X or Twitter or whatever you want to call it, there's lots of bullishness, right? Lots of bullishness. There's tons of buyers, right? Tons of buyers of GameStop, tons, like so many. Like it's almost like it's only buyers, and there's like massive blocks being bought, right? And there's going to be no more shares available. But like guys, like whoever's selling these blocks, right? To every buyer, there's a seller, right? The only time you really get this massive movement towards the upside and you have an absence of sellers, right? There's not enough sellers. It's only buyers, and the price gets bid up, and or there's like everybody wants to, like, no one's willing to, like, you know, you guys get the short squeeze idea that nobody wants to sell, everybody wants to buy. So you know, I think it's kind of idiotic. I forget what's his name, whoever's posting these things, like trying to get people to buy. Like, just leave it alone. The stock's gonna do whatever it wants to do, right? If it wants to come back down to here, it's gonna come back down. If it wants to go up to here, it's gonna go up. You don't need to, you know, I don't like to rant about this too much, but it's influencing the people in the wrong way. It's getting them buying now. They're gonna take if it drops, it's gonna drop like 26%, and then people are gonna sell. They're gonna be pissed. They won't come back to the stock. They're gonna hate GameStop. They're gonna think it's a scam, right? And because it's a pump and dump, all this shit. It's annoying. It's annoying because the wrong people are getting involved at the wrong time and giving wrong advice. And my advice is just to be patient, right? And wait for great times to accumulate. You had one here. This is when I started buying a ton of it, and it got a nice bump. Yeah, we came down, but you got a good chunk of change, right? 34%. And yeah. Anyways, that's it for tonight, guys. Just want to spread some level-headed analysis. I'm not here to tell you that we're going to the moon tomorrow. I don't know more than you know, and I'm just here to show what my charts are saying. My target is, if we were to come down, I'm not saying we are going to come down. If we are to come down, $19.25 is the area of support. It obviously would break these lows, which, by the way, tons of people are saying the lows are never gonna break. They're not gonna break. It's impossible. And then like, what happens if the impossible happens? Then what? These people are gonna be, you know, just taken back about what's gonna happen. So we're looking for some sort of final impulse down here to kind of wrap things up and to see if we can get it. If we can't, then it's okay. It's upside. All right, and then you're in the stock already because you've had great buyers. All right, have a good day. Peace.